Hi everyone, it's Jane. I have another ink swatching video for you, and I haven't completely thought this one out yet, but I have a very unusual ink that I found. I can't remember, I think I saw it on a YouTube video, but I found it on AliExpress. I think there's another company from Australia that's carrying it as well, called So and So, SOE. But I don't think So and So is shipping to the United States right now. The ink is called Kitty Ink Pot. Yes, that's right, Kitty Ink Pot. And all the inks I ordered off of AliExpress, I don't have a name for them because none of it is in English. It's in there. I have two full-size bottles, then I have quite a few littler bottles. And I don't know what they're called. This one does say season 4 on it, but I guess I could do a translate and see if that would come up as a name. But from what I'm understanding, these particular inks show different shading properties on different papers. So I have a whole stack of different kinds of papers. I thought we would do a little dot on each paper or a little swatch. I won't have to label them that way, which will take some time. We'll save some time, and then let it dry and then compare it. So I don't think hopefully this video is not going to go on and on and on and on, but the paper that I have selected to try all these out on is there's a little notebook here. Here is the name, Nakabayashi. I hope I said that right. And I've swatched on this before. I kind of like this paper, so I thought we would see what it looked like on that. This particular notebook I got in an ink journal box, and it's Maruman paper, or maybe that's the company, and I'm not quite sure what the paper is, but it feels nice. So that we try that. The particular place I got it from, AliExpress, sent these pieces of paper. I don't know what they are, but we'll put the inks down on it and you just see what it does. This is original Tome River paper. It's a little notebook, or a little memo pad I have that I got from an ink journal. So this is original paper, the good stuff. Here is Usari paper, onion skin paper, which has that fabulous crinkle, Ireful paper. Now, I've heard this spelled Nemosine and Nemosine paper, so pronounce it however you want, but that's the spelling of it. So that's that paper. And then just a Franklin Christoph notebook. I think I put it, where is that page that I put the name up on top? So, and this is just, I don't know what paper's in here, but it's a thicker paper. So I thought, let's just take a look and see how all these look on all these different papers. Let's put it in the Franklin Christoph first so I can set this aside. Anyway, so the full-size bottles look like that. And so you can tell they're going to have some very unusual colors that'll come out as the ink dries. So let's just I'm going to just use my ink muddler, and we'll just put it down. Now, I did number each one of these little sample. Oh, I pointed to them. You couldn't see them. They're up here. Little sample bottles. I have them numbered. I don't think I'm going to need to do that. I think I'll just go, well, it won't matter because I don't know the name of the inks anyway, so I can't refer you if you want that particular color. I can't help you out, and I'm sorry about that. So that's the first one. I wonder if I should just, you know what, I'm kind of thinking I might just uncap all of it. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I just hate to have you guys sit through me just uncapping every single ink. There's that. I think I am. I think as we go, I'm just going to leave the cap off. And we'll hope for a good outcome here. I will say these little teeny tiny bottles, I had a heck of a time getting the cap off of them. So when they shipped them well. There was no leaks. And they were capped tight, as they say. Okay, where is number? Well, it doesn't matter. I think we will be able to compare. We should be able to tell which one is which just based on sort of a base color, maybe. I did already swatch these in my weeks, Hobonichi weeks from last year, and the paper in that particular notebook's horrible. So for writing. It's not too bad for swatching, but it's just, yeah, I'm not a fan. So I will show that to you because it's already dry. I also swatched it on those swatch deck swatch cards, and I did an unboxing video of those swatch decks cards that you can go back in my video library and check out. I really like them. I'm going to order more if I run out of these cards. So I'm a fan, and I'll show those to you here as this dries. And I think I will be able to save some time with this now that the caps are off, or will be here in just a second. So again, bear with me. I know a lot of people speed these videos up as they don't want to hear all the talking, and they put their own music to it, and I will let you do that if you would so choose. But if you like to hear me ramble, I'll ramble for you. I have no problem with that. Looks like I'm getting ink drops all over my mat here. So I will have to clean that up as well. These are tiny little bottles, but they give you a good amount of ink. I think it's a 5 milliliter, 5 milliliter. But you can tell already these inks are funny. They're fun colors. At least I'm liking them. I think that they're going to show some really, oh man. That one, I screwed it down tight, or it just tightens on its own, or I have a lid tightening fairy running around my house. Maybe I do. Sick of me spilling ink everywhere. I did order, and I did receive, and I will try to do a video on this at some point, my ink storage solution. I ordered a set of drawers from IKEA, and I think they're the Alexa drawers, and they're great. I still have one drawer extra after loading them up. I was just so sick and tired of my drawers from Amazon collapsing on me because I had too many ink bottles in them. So I ordered 2 drawer sets from IKEA, and they delivered because my nearest IKEA is over near Detroit, and I am about 2.5 hours from there. So I just had it delivered. It took a little bit for it to get here, but they're working out great. So, okay, so that's Franklin Christoph paper. I'm gonna hold this up for you so you can kind of see just some of those funky colors. And we'll see what that looks like when it dries. Let me put this aside. And we'll get on to, let's go with this paper. And you pronounce it however you want to. And we'll just go bloop, bloop, bloop down the road, down the line. And hopefully, I'm going to lay some ink down on this paper because this is thicker paper. I probably got a little water with that one. Okay. And even if we don't get a strict comparison from paper to paper on each identical color, I think you guys will get the idea of that this ink does different things on different paper. And I have written with one of them. One of the inks I did ink up a pen with. And guess what? I didn't write down which one it was. So, and I don't even remember what pen I put it in. But I liked it. I thought it was cool. And it came out of the pen pretty cool too. It didn't give quite the shading that it would in a swatch. But I think it was this ink that I'm putting down right now. This got kind of a red halo effect to it. What did I do? I missed one, I think, because I wasn't paying attention. Go figure. Yeah, I did miss. It's this one. This is the one I put in a pen. And if I can find it, I'll write with it for you. Let's see, which one did I not get? I don't know. I'm distracted, and that's not good. Get me rambling, and I lose track of what I'm doing. Now, I do notice on this particular paper, you can see where my ink muddler kind of goes through the ink and draws a little line into the paper. So, kind of fun with that. Let's see, so I should have 8, 10. I should have one more. I think it was this one I didn't get. Maybe I did. Oh, it doesn't matter. You get the idea. There you go. So that's this paper, just wet. If you can tell anything from that. So I set that aside. We'll go with Irreful. Be a little bit more careful this time about what I'm doing. Maybe, maybe not. Oh my gosh, I tell you. Well, they said the weather was going to cool off here, and it kind of did, but then it didn't. The sun came out today and was a sizzler again. I'm hoping, I think next week we are in for a cool down. I'm hoping. I have one more horse show that's in September, and I'm looking forward to that one, and then bring on winter, baby. I'm splattering quite a bit. Okay, now this one. Have any of you guys watched any of the haul videos from the DC Pen Show? I really haven't. I've been avoiding it, mostly because I get tempted by looking up the pens that somebody has gotten and then go down a rabbit hole or buy it, and I shouldn't. And I'm putting myself on a no-buy month next month because I am going to the Detroit Pen Show in October. So I'm going to make myself not buy anything. We'll see how long that lasts. This one's already showing some really kind of fun coloring. I'm really liking it. This ink is fabulous. I don't know where I'm going to get it. If I don't know what's going on with the tariffs. If anybody can explain that to me, I would be grateful. I did order a pen. I ordered another Den's pens. He was having a sale because of the political climate over here and what's happening with tariffs. And he said he wanted to put a sale on his pen. So go check it out if you haven't already. Den's Pens. He's got like a 20% off sale, I think. And I found a pen I really liked. So I ordered from him. I want to support him, I feel bad that what these tariffs are doing to small business here and also overseas to the shops that send to us. And I think it's really a shame. And, makes me upset. So anyway, check his site out. And if you can support him, I would encourage you to. I would encourage you to support any of the Canadian makers or any of the out of the country makers that you like. Do it now before you get socked with a tariff charge or whatever they're doing. Don't know how all that works. I don't know why anybody thought that was a good idea, but then again, I don't know why. Never mind. I'm not going there. Anyway, I'm trying to think who else has a sale going on right now. Lots of places, actually. I try to spread the joy around. So this is onion paper. I don't know if any of you have used onion paper before. I think it's pretty cool. I ordered loose leaf onion skin paper from Amazon. And it's fun to mess with. It's just I don't think I would write on it. Maybe, I don't know. I did a lot of just slinging ink on it more than anything because I like it because it crinkles and it makes some fun noises when it's done drying. But I don't know how good it would be for actually writing with. Maybe it'd be fine. And in the comments, if you guys would not mind, if you would prefer I do these swatching videos and just shut up and put music to it, I can. Just let me know. Oh, I can try. I'll put it that way. I don't really know how to do that, but I'll look into it if that's what y'all want. Because I don't want to bore you and don't want to make you have to fast forward it or what. Well, I guess I could. Say you don't like it, do what you will. I don't know. I don't like being like that. Try to think of another story I could tell you. Oh, anybody watch Hard Knocks? We're watching Hard Knocks about the Buffalo Bills, and I really thought they would spin that game against the Chicago Bears. I thought that they would spin that differently and make the Bills look better than what they were, and they did not. So it was kind of fun to see that. Go Bears. Okay, that's you sorry paper. And now this is the original Tomé River How are we looking on time? 14 minutes. That's not terrible. It's still a little longer than I like, but hang with me. We're getting down there. Put a little bit more down because I know this can handle it. I wish I would have stocked up on original Tomei River paper. Had I known what was going to happen with the new stuff, I would have, because I'm not a fan of the new stuff. Sometimes, some of it's good. And I just hate the inconsistency with it. And you never know. You know, you could order a bunch of it from a certain place and it's like half of it is awesome and the other half is trash. And that just kind of sucks, you know. But I'm still going to order my Hobonichis for next year. I know that the release date is coming up. What I don't know is if I'm going to order straight from Hobonichi or not. I have in years past because I like the little pens that come with them if you order directly from them. But without knowing how much money I'm going to get socked with on a tariff, I don't know. But this year they're giving away these cute little robots. These little figurines, they're little, I think they're little paperweights, but they're tiny little robots and they're adorable. Plus I like the, you know, they come out with a different color of their little pen that they give you. And me being a crazy collector, I kind of would like to have that. So I got to think on that. Fun. That's going to take the longest to dry, I have a feeling. Let me put that over there. I'm not going to do the anonymous paper yet because I don't know what to label that. So let's do the Marmon paper in this notebook. Let's see how that goes. I think I can double it back maybe. Yeah, let's try that. Well, good way to use a lot of this ink. I don't necessarily want to use it all up though, because if I really like it, and I might not be able to get any more of it. See the hoarder in me. Can you just feel it? Yeah. Tend to collect too much of this and then I don't want to use it because I'll run out and all of that. I'm hopeless. Okay. Yeah, I think this was the ink that I'm pretty sure that's the ink I put in the pen, whatever pen that was, and I'll try to find it when I pause this for this to dry. I'll look and see if I can find it, and that way I can do a little writing sample and you can see one of these inks in action. So far, I'm digging them. I don't know about you all, but just the fact that it's going down, it's like blue, but then all of a sudden you get a weird colored halo or a green, you know, this one is like, or a mustard color that all of a sudden comes out red. You know, I find that fascinating. I'm sorry about all the little splatters. I'm kind of hurrying and that's why that's doing that. So there's that paper. And then I'm running out of room to put this stuff. There, don't fall. Okay, this is the Nakabayashi paper. My paper towel over here is getting soaked. Oh, I remember this paper now. This is the stuff that the ink kind of sits on top of. Let's see if I can. This one's going to take a while to dry too. Maybe I can just do that and avoid the water altogether. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do that. I'm wiping it off on a... Well, I'm really hoping I've been on camera for all this because I'm looking around my camera. Because I actually had to sit down for this one. Normally I stand up so that I can see in my camera, make sure I'm on camera. Okay, there's that. Oops. So yeah, leave me comments on how you would like me to fashion these in the near future, or do these so that I don't bore you, but yet you still get what you would like out of them, out of the videos, out of the swatching videos, because I know people like to know what an ink looks like before they order it. And I'm all about having all the ink, so I'll I don't have a problem with that. So that's all the papers that I have a name for. So we'll go ahead and give a quick try to these anonymous paper. Although, if I love the paper, I don't know that I'm going to be able to figure out what it is. And that's going to suck. But it'll still be kind of fun to just see what this ink does. I think. I would love to be like an artist that would know how to like paint with these. I think that this would be really quite interesting to paint with. I sling it around, but to paint with it would be fabulous fun, I would think. But you could do some pretty cool stuff with it. Okay. I got notification the other day that my latest Kirk Spear nib's coming in. I ordered another one. I am bound and determined to get every one of his grinds on a nib somehow. Ridiculous. I'm sure he doesn't think so because that's selling product. But anyway, I love his work. And he's the only one that I have found that sells his grinds on an affordable nib, you know, without having to go see him in person, because I don't get to, this year it was unusual that I'm going to be able to get to 3 pen shows, but anyway. Okay, unnamed paper. Look at this. I mean, seriously, that's pretty fun. Reds and orange and greens, and just the way that that is doing wild. It's just wild. This feels like some sort of like a vellum type material, paper, maybe. This is the last one, you guys. So I'll pause it and, ooh, I'm not sure I like that. Well, we're going to try it. It feels like I'm just putting it on plastic almost. Maybe I am. Maybe that's what that is. It's not absorbing down into this at all. It's just sitting on top. You know what? Let's just do those, because I don't want to waste the ink on this. I don't know that it's going to do anything. So we'll just save that. Okay, I'm pausing it, putting the lids on, and then I'll come back and show you how everything dried. Well, most of them are dry, not all of them, but we're getting close. So I zoomed in a little bit so that my light is really showing a lot of these. So that means also you're going to zoom in on my hands, and I apologize. So because they're probably very dirty. I try to scrub them, just can't get all the dirt out. Hopefully you'll understand. So this is Usari paper. I mean, that is just, I can't get over that. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. I mean, these inks are just fantastic. So that's Usari. This is Marmon paper. And I mean, that almost looks like one of those geodes, you know, the rock crystals in a, I mean, that, just fantastic. Wow, I am shocked and thrilled and all that. This is the piece of paper they sent with the ink that I don't know what it is, but you can even see, I mean, even more different. I mean, this just, look at the difference. And see what I mean about it behaving differently on different paper. Crazy, huh? Okay, so that is the paper I don't know. This is original Tome River. Fantastic. Okay, and then this is the little, what's this one called? Sorry, hang on a second. This one is the Nakabayashi. This is the one it's not drying very well yet. It will, because the ink just kind of sits on top of it. But still. And then this is that parchment kind of paper, or vellum, I guess. And it didn't do much, because it's still wet, it's sitting on top, so not a fan of that. Here's the Nimacine or Nimacine paper. And let's look at Earful. So here's Earful. Look at that. I mean, right there. Those two at the very beginning there. Just almost completely different. Unreal. I mean, I love the little circles of pooling like that. It's just fascinating to me. So yeah, Earful paper. And then, let's see, where are we? Let me move this out of the way. And then we have, oh, the Franklin Christoph paper. This is the thicker paper. So not as vibrant. You don't see, I mean, you still see some of that, but it's just not quite as vibrant. This paper is really nice paper. It does not, you don't really bleed through it. So it's just the Franklin Christoph regular notebook off their site. So if you want a good writing notebook, this is a good one. And then here is the, here's the Hobonichi Weeks. So, I mean, you can really, that's from this, the paper's from this year. So it's not, as you can tell, I mean, it just bleeds through like crazy. But it gives you an idea of what it does kind of on top. I mean, look at that. Isn't that cool? So there's that. And then these are the Swatch, whoops, let me find a place to put this. These are those Swatch Decks cards from, let me see if I can find, I'll link this. So it's Swatch Decks cards. I did a little, again, a video on these. And I put these down really thick with a paintbrush on these cards. I mean, isn't that cool? I mean, that, wow, it just stands out, just crazy. Really quite impressed with these deck of cards. So anyway, check out that video if you get a chance. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this. So this is Kitty Ink Pot. Again, I got it off AliExpress. I know so-and-so from Australia carries it, but I don't know when they're going to start shipping to the United States again. And I can't tell you the colors because I guess you could compare. If you're really interested in one, we can compare that to whatever you're looking at. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments. Anything, actually. I'll read them and subscribe if you like it. Give me a thumbs up. And I'll catch you in the next video. See you later. Bye. I forgot to show you a writing sample of the pens I did ink up. These are both Tasha pens. They both have a zoom nib on them, and this one is inked with this color right here, so you can kind of see. I don't know what I'll write. I'll just put Tasha zoom so that you can kind of see what that ink does being written with. And this nib's a very wet writing nib, puts down a lot of ink, so we'll see. So that's kind of wet at the moment, and as it dries, maybe it will show off some of these properties. It's not going to be as dramatic as that, because I don't think it could be unless you put that down. So let's look at this one, and this is also a Tasha. This nib is even bigger and juicier than that one. Oops. So that is this. This is this color. Sorry to move that around so much on you. And this one is on aerofil paper because it's the one I had the most room on. So you could have a writing sampler. So there you go. That's what it does. Whoops. Focus, please. Maybe not. I guess it's not gonna. Maybe I have to do it this way. Hold on. There we go. So you can see that does have some shading to it. Anyway, for educational purposes only, I guess. Bye.